What was inside this pyramid, standing 480 feet above the ground, 4,500-year-old, that made researchers send a robotic camera inside just to take a look? At one point, the robotic camera stopped because a stone slab blocked its path. Researchers believed that behind this slab, there was a secret buried for the past 4,500 years. They were determined to uncover this mystery at any cost. So, they equipped the robot with a drill machine, which bored a hole into the stone slab. Through this hole, a camera was sent inside, revealing a sight unseen for 4,500 years. Welcome once again to this video. Egypt is home to a total of 138 pyramids that have withstood thousands of years, dozens of earthquakes, and several dangerous storms, yet not a single one has shifted from its place. Among them, the tallest and largest is the Great Pyramid of Giza. The pyramid's base covers an area of 31 acres, meaning it is so massive that 9 football fields can fit inside it. Astonishingly, this pyramid was built using 2.3 million massive stone blocks, some weighing up to 50 tons. The total estimated weight of the pyramid is 6 million tons, equivalent to 12 Burj Khalifa skyscrapers. But why were these colossal pyramids built? Thousands of years ago, when humans had no advanced tools, how were the pyramid's walls aligned so precisely, inch by inch? How were 50-ton stone blocks cut into perfect squares and placed 480 feet high without the use of cement? And which engineers were responsible for constructing an earthquake-proof pyramid with all its sides perfectly aligned at an exact angle of 51.5 degrees? In today's video, you will discover all these secrets. So let's begin. Challenge number 1. Aligning the pyramid without a compass. For centuries, various research teams have studied the pyramid's construction technique. One of the greatest mysteries is how each side of the pyramid was aligned precisely to the north, south, east, and west without a compass. Some experts believe that ancient architects first searched for a solid ground capable of supporting millions of tons of weight. Then, they used celestial bodies, specifically stars that help determine Earth's poles, to mark the pyramid's alignment. Without a compass or optical instruments, they used this simple technique to align the pyramid's sides with extreme accuracy. Challenge number 2. Leveling the ground. The pyramid stands on a 13-acre piece of land. If the ground had even the slightest unevenness, constructing a structure with 2.3 million stone blocks would have been impossible. But how did ancient engineers level the ground without laser leveling tools? Some experts believe that water was poured around the construction site and the water level was used as a reference. Any raised portions of the ground that didn't match the water level were cut down using chisels and hammers. Another theory suggests they used a simple wooden tool with a hanging stone in the center. If the stone perfectly aligned with the central line, it indicated a leveled surface. Challenge number 3. Cutting massive stones. Once the alignment and leveling were done, the next challenge was cutting millions of tons of stone. But how did they cut massive 50-ton stones when they had no grinders or chainsaws? The surprising answer: a plant. Experts believe the ancient Egyptians used copper tools mixed with arsenic and a special chemical. Since copper alone is too soft to cut stone, this enhanced tool was hammered onto the rocks, shaping them into precise squares and rectangles after hours of labor. Challenge number 4. Transporting the stones. The limestone used for the pyramid came from Tura, 250 kilometers, 155 miles, away from the construction site. Each stone weighed 50 tons, the equivalent of 3 large passenger buses. Transporting such massive stones without modern vehicles seems impossible. However, Experts believe that the ancient Egyptians used wooden sleds and transported the stones via the Nile River using large boats. Loading and unloading such enormous stones would have required at least 500 workers at any given time. Challenge number 5. Lifting the stones to 480 feet. One of the biggest mysteries is how these massive stones were lifted to such heights. Some experts theorize that the Egyptians built spiral or zigzagging ramps before starting construction. Workers would have pulled the 50-ton stones up using sheer manpower. Challenge number 6. Constructing inner chambers. The pyramid's construction was not just about cutting and placing stones. Inside, it contained several compartments, tunnels, and passageways. But one discovery left experts stunned. The inner chambers were not made of limestone, but granite. Granite is one of the hardest stones on Earth, second only to diamond. Even with today's technology, cutting granite requires high-powered grinders. So, how did the Egyptians cut granite 4,500 years ago? After years of research, experts solved this mystery too. The ancient Egyptians used a saw without teeth. Heavy weights were placed on both sides of the saw, and sand particles were used as abrasives. Using this technique, it took nearly 4 months to cut a single, massive granite block. The ultimate question: why were these pyramids built? How many workers labored simultaneously to construct them? And what did the robotic camera see when it drilled through the stone slab inside the pyramid? Something unseen for 4,500 years? Find out in part 2 of this video. Thank you for your love and support. See you in the next exciting episode.